Prologue.
Yawn. Oh sweet double dildos, I'm so motherfucking bored. Do any one of you lovely ladies have any swell sexy ideas for some fun?
We could do the 10 seconds hiding on our collection of double dildos until they are nice and shiny.
We already done that 10 minutes ago. Any shinier we could use our double dildos to perform dental checkups.
I know, we could go down to the local girls' high school and give all the students a sexual education.
Again. We did that so many times that the students replaced biology with a baby bunch rape session on their timetables.
Why don't we pay a visit to the moon and kick some Pandora booty? Again.
As well as it is to stick it to that reader repulsive bitch for the umpteenth time, dare I say, that I'm getting tired of winning.
You know, maybe we should pay a visit to that Emoji movie that everyone's not heard about.
The Emoji movie? The Emoji movie you say? Gary, are you so depressed that you want to visit that shit-gripping waste of celluloid that got so much attention, despite the much-deserved hate that it actually made back its budget with a small profit out of the attention alone? Oh sweet double dildo Steve, this well 69 feels like a total hypocrite for giving that piece of dog shit of a film attention.
But Betty, even though the Emoji movie is a steaming pile of dog diarrhea, it does have that sexy hacker emoji wild style jailbreak. Oh Jehovah, it'll be swell to crack her firewall and leave her totally vulnerable, if you know what I mean.
Oh yes, and don't forget Eddie McAllister. I'd like to show that zoned out cutie that she has more than just one crush, and not from that spick Alex.
Well, lick off my cunt and call it the catch of the day. Why didn't I think of that? Yes, it would be fantastically swell to rape that blue-haired plagiarist and whatever hot mamas we come across in that otherwise shit show. Okay, let's pay a swell sexy visit to the Emoji movie, like the baby bunch was kinda leave that film and punished for existing. Roll intro.
Yeah, hell yeah. See, it was hip-hop that damn near changed my life. From meeting Ozone in LA in 85, from my attempts to try and step on stage and rhyme, to my beyond 2005 state of mind. From a copy of a culture to teaching a tradition, from electric boogaloo to the beat that keeps my rhythm, from wandering the tracks to the mud that's in my hand, from wanting to be black to loving who I am, from not knowing where you're from to the image of Sydney, from no one knowing hip-hop to kids thinking they're 50, from the dramas on film to the dramas in life, from posh clothes to now knowing they're worth half of the price. And from thinking to be king, you gotta have wealth, to the inner revolution I call knowledge of self. So from back then till now I still rap for the pleasure, be it rich or poor, man, I'm still happy as ever. You gotta understand me. I gotta understand you so we can stand together, recognize and vision this one love, one mic sets aside our differences. You gotta understand me, cause that's what gets me by.
Fa. Hello my darling Dax. My name is Betty Deville, the biggest lesbian in the universe.
Hello, my name is Luna, better known as the John E. Clown.
Hello, my name is Velma Double D Dinkley.
Hello, my name is Darius Sixat Morgendorfer.
Good day, my name is Jasmine the Tuna T. Mitchell, but call me Jazz.
Hello, my name is Collie, more hair up there than down there Brinks.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Olga G. String Panicky.
Hello, my name is Baby Bach the Horizontal Slip Dico Sir.
Hello, my name is Charlotte Pickles. Any rumors of my indoctrination into the Repulsor Republic can be chalked down to an imposter posing as me.
Hello, my name is Bert Small, the newest member of the Betty Bunch.
Konnichiwa and good chug. My name is Askalini PMS Ryu.
Good day, my name is Gloria Lovestitsnip.
Hello and salvadages. My name is Ashley Spinelli.
And hello every pony. My name is Rainbow Dash. 20% butch.
Yes, and as mentioned in the prologue, today me and the Baby Bunch are going to the Emoji movie, a film that, despite being tagged as a family comedy, it should be reclassified as a medical school documentary, because by watching this movie you feel like you're watching a third trimester abortion. And before we try to get what meager amount of pussy from this living testament that Hollywood's running out of ideas for films and Columbia Pictures just don't give a flying dildos anymore, DJ Swell 69 would like to thank Hydrigan for inspiring this Baby Bunch rape journey after seeing Drew Pickles and the Barney Bunch having their swell way with this shit show. Please check out Hydrigan's Drew Pickles and the Barney Bunch go to the Emoji movie at some stage. And now that we've done better than the Emoji movie by throwing out better product placements, let's get on with the swellness. Now instead of driving down to the local theater to buy tickets to see this movie like we were gonna pay to see it anyway, we will just download a pirated copy of the film so as to not give Columbia Pictures a single cent on our hard-earned money that will be better spent on double dildos. And while the movie is downloading we will be fingering our soaking wet vaginas from all the web browser pop-ups advertising hardcore lesso porn and it will sound like we gonna get a virus out of all this sexiness. Too late. we already getting a virus and it's called the Emoji Movie. And we will all simultaneously spray our lady juices all over the monitor when the download is complete, like swa 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 bag. That was swell. And then I will open the movie file that I just downloaded and we will jump into the monitor while the movie is playing, like jump 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 and bag. We're inside the movie.
Now instead of jumping straight into the Emoji Movie, we will be inside the Hotel Transylvania short play, and we will be standing in front of that sexy Mavis, along with her stinky backpacker husband Johnny Larson, should cornbread Dennis, Token Jundy Chartovsky stereotype Count Dracula, and some huge-ass monster puppy named Tunkles. We will all get super horny seeing that sexy lady vampire Mavis looking all confused on why there's a group of humans besides her deadly hubby in this shitty run-down establishment. And since we are on the only swell part of the so-called movie, we will rape Mavis like dinner before the shit show. Do not worry, Mavis, we are monsters in the sack. Eating Count Dracula, Johnny, and Dennis to death with our double dildos. Smack dildos make better substitutes for wooden stakes. Smack, but we will pump both up our cunts either way. Using the overgrown puppy as a dildo. Dennis' huge curly hair from his bloody mangled head also makes great dildos. God, these more hair on that could scab than there is between our legs. Sip our clits like a good little vamp. Now to drench you in our holy water. This is a better love story than the Twilight Saga. That was swell.
And after turning Mavis from a vamp to a tramp, the screen will fade to black, indicating that we've hit the point of no return as the Emoji Movie has started. We will get a glimpse of that sexy Columbia Pictures logo and her shiny torch dildo, but we will be blinded by the flash of a cell phone taking a selfie of said logo, and by the time we regain our sights, the Columbia Pictures logo will be gone. We will get pissed off by being denied a swell sexy time with a Columbia Pictures logo and promising to find the fucker who blinded us and either rip her if she's a woman or upload selfies of his lifeless mangled body to his FaceTime book account if he's a nerd. Man. By the time we get over our anger and disappointment, we will end up outside a high school, where we'll see that mandatory diversity hire wetback Alex stalking at the sexiness that is Addie McAllister and her girlfriends tapping away at their smartphones, and seeing our first item on our Rick shopping list, we will all get super horny and do what that gamer Alex stumbles to do, and that is walk up to Addie and socialize with her. And when we mean socialize, we mean have an involuntary swell sexy mega muff food orgy with Addie, her two best friends, and all the other teen girls and female teachers like you were so zoned out on your phone that you didn't see us coming. You don't need a smartphone to survive high school. You just need a few good friends. Hey, no, you'll be seeing us as good friends when we're done. Hey, using your mobile phones as dildos. We're gonna need a new phone after this. Okay, no attention to that stick, Alex. He's so retarded he can't even erase his mobile phone by himself. Suck our clips at you. You'll now to scream with that team spirit. That was swell.
And after having our swell way with Addie McAllister, we will get transported inside Addie's mobile phone, and I will feel both depressed and somewhat excited as we end up landing on the streets of Textopolis, indicating that the Cancer Fest, that is the Emoji Movie, has truly started. We will wander around the main street towards the amphitheater, while getting all wet at any and all sexy female emojis we come across, including but not limited to the mother donut emoji of who we just wanna take a bite out of, the princess emojis, that'll look all the prettier without their pretty dresses, the flamenco dancer emoji of who we don't care if she seems out of place amongst the faces and inanimate object emojis, she's getting fucked either way, the angel emoji who we can guarantee will not be so wholesome in a moment, the sushi emoji who smells like a ripening pussy just begging for some loving, the basketball emoji who's already pre-lubed up with her sweat from her workout, the bunny dancing girl emojis who will have learned some new dance moves when we're done with them, the calendar emoji who unknowingly circled that time of the month for one of us petty lunch and Eater bandits, the heart emojis that need better crushes to follow instead of that douchebag fist bump emoji, the emoticons of whom still have a few good years in them, and all the other femme faces and objects that populate this otherwise shithole. We will get horny and hungry at the same time, seeing the mother donut emoji and her pram full of her donut batter and shitcorns of donut children, and we will start to eat the baby boy donuts, while using the girl donuts as orgasm beads up our vaginas like num 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 ah 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 num num num. How do you sex a donut? Num 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 ah 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 num num. Just doing what your mama should have done when she birthed your little boy asses ah 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 num 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 num. And while this is happening, all the emojis will look shocked at the sight of the cannibalism, and the mother donut emoji will scream out, "You sick fucks. Stop eating my children or I will call the cops." And we will stop for a second, gaze longingly at that strawberry frosting covered goodness and say, "Bitch, we will show you the true definition of sick fucks, if you didn't get the idea already, by us devouring your boy rats." And then we will rape the mother donut emoji, as well as all the other female emojis, and kill the men emojis like ha 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 Dunkin' Donuts ha 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 ha. It's hard to act all blasé when there's so many girls to do here ha 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 ha. These bitches are showing more than their one-dimensional pre-programmed emotions using the source in the shrimp emoji's wine glass car as pussy lube using the lottery ticket from the crying emoji, the visible bone from the laughing emoji, the halo from the angel emoji, the period from the old lady emoticon, and whatever items that are associated with one-dimensional personalities the emojis are carrying as dildos. The bone's the last thing we're gonna see. You talking nerd testicles probably didn't realize that you could actually do that with your personal shit. But hey, not like we were gonna get any personality from you walking tumors anyway. Hey, lick my pussy, bet our cunts tastes like donuts. Here's a drink with that. Bag that was swell.
After having all the girl emojis go out of character by expressing sexual ecstasy, we will be in front of the amphitheater where standing outside the front is Mary Met, who is investigating our muff-munching shenanigans. And for an emoji that acts all blasé, she's just a total milf of an emoji. She will say in her smoker's voice what has just happened, that actually for some reason coaxed me to go outside to investigate. I will say, "Oh, we need to talk in some place private," and then we will roll Mary Met into the unisex bathroom and take her vaginal innocence like let's put a smile on that face. We are getting more than we bargained for in this right journey. For an emoji who's supposed to be over everything, you know you secretly love this. And then the orgy will abruptly stop as we hear that all too familiar disgusting sound of an erg man jacking off. We will slowly turn around to see Mary Met's husband Mel Met holding his penis with cum dripping off the tip, while bearing a massive grin. We will do a total reversal of the classic Speakonia catchphrase, "What the fuck is going on here?" And Mel will say, as his grin turns into mild anger, "I was getting my rocks off seeing my wife getting fucked by a small army of dykes, up, until you stopped." And I will say, "Oh sweet dildos, just what we need, a cuddled emoji interrupting our swell sexy time." And Mel will say, "Yeah, I get that all the time. Now, if you get back to fingering my wife vigorously, I will master." "No, I don't want that double dial. Bash 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 die, you monotone cut bash 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 bash, like we can get it on with your MILF wife, while you're getting it on behind our back bash 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 bash. Bet you're in so much pain that you can almost shrug bash 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 bash. Now that suicidal fuckers well committed assisted suicide. Back to the vigorous fingering. Don't worry about your late husband, he's a malfunction. Anyway, the living proof that unisex toilets aren't a good idea. The tongue off our love buttons. I think you're ready to get doused. Melting both poop emojis with our tsunami of girl juice. We'll always have the unisex toilet bag. That was swell.
With one sexy blonde emoji raped into proper laziness, it will not take too long to come across another blonde emoji, of which is Smiler, the system supervisor, and we have left sexy from the start of the line because there's something about that over-enthusiastic voice and gaping grin that's making our pussies go dry, and just like in the High Dragons video, Smiler will be confused about why users are in a cell phone, but she will still give us a demonstration on how the emoji scanning process is done as we block out her creepily happy-go-lucky voice by imagining that all too sexy metal fingering us while it scans our cunts. Hey, it's the only way to work up some hate while being close to that attractive but not quite attractive emoji. But when Smiler tells us how there's nothing like getting scanned for the first time while saying it in an sexual innuendos way and feeling her legs makes us think that there's some hope for this beaming bitch after all. And then we will show Smiler a demonstration on how we do our work by raping her like hey, there's nothing like getting a clit rub for the first time, hey, you're gonna love it, hey, really, hey, our hollow Smiler, your mouth is so huge you can fit all our tits in there, hey, there's enough lipstick to feed starving kids in Puerto Rico for a month, hey, oh fucking stop. Try as it might, fucking Smiler just isn't making us reach orgasm. So I will shove Smiler up my vagina in hole and I will do a speed rub of my clitoris like someone set their controller to auto fire like 4,562,312,655 Russian ruble clit strokes per second. Now I'm getting less out of this Smiler. You're gonna get less out of this. Oh my god, I'm gonna blow. Happy vapor trails, bitch. And my raging orgasm combined with my vaginal contraction from my furious love button mashing will cause Smiler to blow out of my vagina like a creepy yellow lipstick smudged love cannonball out of the amphitheater and into the digital blue yonder. Who knows where she'll end up, and who cares?
And now that we promoted ourselves as system supervisors out of Smiler's sudden exit, we will really start to have some swell sexy mega muff fun. We will climb into the cubes looking for some lovely lady emojis to fuck, while any men emojis get brutally deleted. And while this is happening, Velma Ginkley, Askasariu, Gloria Net and yours truly will be commandeering the controls of the giant metal hand scanner after breaking apart those circuit board emojis that were operating it. And since we have no idea how to operate this sexy machine, we will just play around with the controls at random, while we play with our own controls and that of the female emojis in a chaos-inducing anything goes scanning clit orgy like hip we are go for Betty's tits hip I didn't know that baby box vagina was so complex hip Charlotte Pickles just can't get enough of the cell phone emoji oh sweet Tilda Spiritualum with the cat face emoji stuck on the fingertip. I wonder if the D. McAllister's getting all this
Like, what the fuck?
Raiders of the Lost Ark / Father Tucker the Child Fucker references for the win. Looks like no one's gonna be working the hand scanner now. Because we are all gonna turn the amphitheater into an indoor swimming pool. Bag, that was well in the woman hole.
The simultaneous orgasm from our orgy will cause a huge love wave of our jajajajini juices that will flood the whole amphitheater and short out the hand scanner controls. This will cause an army of antivirus bots to appear from out of nowhere and try to delete us. Our butch type cat-like reflexes will allow us to dodge their laser beams like they were shooting us at slow motion, and we will beat them with our double dill dislikes smack you micromanagers from the Lego movie rip-off smack no DJ Swell 69 takes that back smack you're all rip-offs of Max a Million from the black hole with a hidden off button smack there's some originality in this movie after all smack oh who are we fucking kidding smack forcing the remaining 80 box into our vaginal juice indoor swimming pool. Don't sizzle mad fizzle fake bitches. 80 box are electrocuted to death and that was swell.
After the epic battle we will get bored of the messaging app and continue our quest to find Jailbreak. We will make our way to the wallpaper, not a slightly reimagined and virtually lifeless ripoff of Wreck-It Ralph's Game Central Station, am I right? And before we make our way to the piracy app, we will take the time to explore these cheap product placements, mobile phone apps to whet our appetites. We will start by jumping into the Ching Chong Ding Dong Wing Wong Goog Made app, WeChat, and rate the bubble pups like assuming these bubble pups are female. I love how they turn into tampons/dildos when they slide into the tubes. Slide up our love holes, you sexy bitches. They're cute but fuck are they clingy. Taking the clip orgy into the Facebook app. So many attention whores. Emphasis on the word whore. Using your baby while you ate for breakfast, while you ate for lunch, and what other shit we are supposed to give a flying dildos about as well. Dildos, all you need is fuck buddies. They give you complete and unrelenting scissoring into the YouTube app. We're probably gonna walk out of this app with content IDs, demonetization notices, and constant reminders to press the subscribe button instead of stickers. Not that demonetization worries DJ Swell 69, since he hasn't monetized his channel and doesn't want to make money off his videos anyway. Using the kitten in the kitten video as a dildo. The previously mentioned content IDs, demonetization notices, and the subscribe button also makes well dildo. Now we know where Sony got the money to make this piece of shit movie better. End this orgy before the cute kitten out my pussy distracts us. Putting a cat into orbit. We got more than enough pussy right here. Bag, that was swell.
After reenacting the Nyan cat meme with a stream of Jarny juice flowing from behind, we will walk into the piracy app. We will walk past the sexy spam, viruses and trolls, because for some retarded reason trolls are somehow programs in a smartphone rather than users on other parts of the planet. It says Columbia wanted to use Tron's concept of programs acting like avatars of real people for this movie but failed hard at it. We will ask the Trojan horse at the bar where Jailbreak is, and he will tell us Jailbreak left some time ago to find the cloud. Something to do with the firewall in source code. We will get disappointed that we need to go deeper into this Fukushima power plant cooling pool of a film just to get to Jailbreak, but it gets worse when that fat-ass annoying blowhard high-five, the stereotypical annoying sidekick emoji, walks into the bar and walks up to us and is all like, "Oh hey there, I didn't know Addie was downloading obscure cartoons illegally, but my name is High-Five and I'm sort of a big deal around here." And I will be like, "Oh, I bet you are," and that overgrown spank hand will be all like, "Maybe we could go back to the Losers Lounge, oops I mean the VIP lounge, and show that fist bump who's got the better entourage, oh you got such a strong grip, and then we'll rip off all 7 of High-Five's digits, including his stubby legs, and beat him to death with said digits like ba 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 ba. A great high-five emoji. I thought the conversation just got lamer. Ba 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 ba. Your charisma and sense of entitlement won't save your ass this time. Ba 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 ba. Hack Daniels. Cheese and hackers, gag 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 gag. I can feel my skull caving from all the cringe. Ba 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 ba. You deserve to get trolled. Ba 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 ba. Like you know how to deal with trolling. Ba 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 ba. But then again, what do you expect from Columbia Pictures, a once swell movie studio that now relies on trolls and drama to help pimp out that Ghostbusters reboot? Ba 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 ba. You make Jar Jar Binks look like an integral and valued sidekick. Ba 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 ba. Bag, that's that fucker wasted.
After killing that walking cringe factory, we will leave this otaku stand, but not before ramming the decapitated limbs of High-Five into Spam's vagina to get our horniness back and make our way into the unnecessary product placement of that columns with a paywall game called Candy Crush. We will do so knowing that it's a shortcut to the Dropbox, and we will do so whilst keeping a tight hold of our credit cards, knowing what massive bills are gonna cut through our less important funds by being in this bankruptcy-inducing game alone. We will totally come across that stage 4 terminal Timur known as Gene, the failed man emoji, and he will be stuck within the game screen. He will say, "Hey, I don't know what sort of emojis you are, if I can call you emojis at all, but can you please help me out? The game thinks I'm a candy and I hate to think what will happen if I get matched up with 2 more yellow candies." I will give a happy little smirk to my fellow Betty Bunch beaver bandits and say to Gene, "Oh don't worry Gene son, I'll put you out." And then I'll whip out my nerve-branded iDial dough. Load up Candy Crush. This is gonna cost me, do some complicated and unexplained shit to sync my gameplay into that of the Candy Crush app that we're inside of and play this cash cow. But while I am playing, I will not try to get Gene to the bottom of the screen, but instead get him as close as possible to some yellow candies. Gene will notice and start to panic like, "Hey, what the fuck is going on? Didn't you say you were trying to get me out?" I will pause for a moment and say, "Why Gene son, that's totally what I'm doing, putting you out."
Putting you out of your misery.
And I will tap Gene on my eye dial dough to match him up with some yellow candies, and we will stand by and watch the swell miracle happen.
I'm gonna blow it.
Oh sweet Dildis. Talk about a game over? Well, back to it then.
After wiping off the yellow goo that was once Gene from our bodies, we will head into the Just Dance app. And yes, it's retarded and confusing how a console game that requires a huge TV screen and extensive motion capture technology and gyros from said console can be turned into an app for a baby shit smartphone or tablet. But we will play along in this obvious product placement and otherwise decent excuse to get Christina Aguilera into the film. And sure enough, that sexy Christina Woodsimenoki glitter will appear once the game starts. We will start dancing our arses off like dance, and I will fall to my knees while clutching my ankle in pain. The rest of the Betty Bunch will stop and try to help me, but I will just give a wink to them knowing what's gonna happen next. And then Akiko Glitter will stop dancing, shrink down to human size, kneel down beside me and say, "Oh you poor little girl, I didn't know this game was too rough for you. Here, let me help you, lay hands off my can." How about something a little appropriate for the dance rate party? No, this game isn't rough, but I'll be a little rough on you. Don't ask us why some of us have changed outfits for this rape scene. Shake your booty while I slap said booty, slap using the X's from getting the moves wrong. As Gilda saw, but since we are acing this game, I'm making you less of that line would be redundant. Thanks for ruining Electric Light Orchestra and the late George Michael by adding their music in your shitty movie and trailers. And having Pitbulls feel this moment in that they are Emoji bop dance was anything but a fucking coincidence. Now feel this fishy smelly moment. Bugger, that was swell.
After making Akiko glitter more glittery from our pussy juices, we will jump into yet another product placement, and it will obviously be Spotify. We will man 3 separate boats and float across the sound stream of sexy pop stars as we cruise towards the Dropbox app. But since there's no other emojis to rape or beat to death, we will tug our tunas over the thought of a bubble butt. And then I will get a swell idea on how to get to the Dropbox faster and have some fun. I will suggest that we all do a pocket rocket jump at the end of our boats, as if we're firing up a speedboat, and have a race to the end of the stream. The rest of the Betty Bunch will agree to this swell idea, and we will finger ourselves fast and vigorously while fantasizing about prancing about in a skin-color bodysuit. I hope our boat wins. If any dorks unfazes me from my fantasy, there will be hell to pay. And when I say dorks, I mean that Spotify whales erg. Penis. Okay ladies, let it rip. Squirt harder. We're almost in the lead. Just a little longer. Bag. We beaten the other boats and that was swell.
And the speed of our vaginal juice-propelled speedboats will cause our boats to fly off the end of the stream and zoom straight into the Dropbox app. And we will land right in front of the firewall. The firewall will greet us with her loud voice and ask for a password. Since this literal hot mama is obviously a woman, we will try to hack the firewall by clit rubbing it while saying random shit, like we always do in a clit orgy, in hopes that we hit on the right word, like hey. Your firewalls have clitorises, hey. And if you can't tell that clitoris is not the password, hey. Ma, burn our cunts as much as you want to use sexy while you hey. We're invincible, hey. That didn't work, hey. It's moments like this that make us wish that we did something to break the fourth wall, hey. Our fourth wall pieces would be more sweller than raping a firewall, hey. Maybe our fountain of pussy just might house the firewall, hey. Hollow, I wish Addie McAllister was listening to this while riding orgy. And by saying Addie McAllister aloud before we all come, the firewall will open up and let us in. We will be confused why Addie used her own name as the firewall password, as it's supposed to be the password for Alex's phone. Either the lowering attention spans from using smartphones is making Addie less imaginative when it comes to security, or being in this film is killing her brain cells. We'll guess the latter.
Hope we don't end up in vegetated states after this rape journey and walk into the cloud.
When we walk into the cloud we will see that sexy not wild style. Oh, fuck it, just fuck it. Is definitely wild style, aka jailbreak, and that blue-haired tumble red will be in the dome room where the source code for the phone is, while she's hacking away but not before slowly turning around to greet us in the good old manager's tongue and then some. Oh hey Gene, you took your sweet time getting what the fuck is going on here? How the fuck can there be users in a cell phone, and where the fuck is Gene? I will say hello, my name is Deville and me and the Baby Bunch are here in what can be described as a newly discovered layer of hell to rape you into proper vagina Nazi lesonis and toss you aside like a Captain Kirk woman of the week, since we got enough tumors by being in this film already. Besides, why are you so concerned about Gene, when you're supposed to be an independent woman pack woman like thingy? It's not like you're deeply into him or something. She will stutter with her words before saying Gene happens well. Gene's a unique emoji, and it's not like I have any sort of thing for him. I sort of owe him for aiding me in my quest to pass the firewall by making him a proper meme emoji, and I will say oh, you mean owe him by having him and his annoying ass friend point out that the hint to the password for the firewall was laying in the trash. Surely a competent hacker regardless of gender like you would see the trash bin as a first go-to place for info, if smartphones had trash bins in the first place. Besides, Gene wasn't unique enough to save himself from getting obliterated into steaming hot yellow KY jelly by our hands. Kamada. Jailbreak will be shot and see you fucking did lot to him. Oh, that's a shame. Smiler was gonna delete him anyway and it was probably for the best for the phone, since he's a malfunction. Then I will giggle like he. Just face it, a lot of people had seen you as a sort of feminist prop, but in the end you're just the run-of-the-mill love interest who eventually falls for an erg man like a house of dildos. Speaking of predictability, we can bet without a shadow of doubt that you're the elusive princess that you were said to have helped escape from the phone. Jailbreak will retort, while wiping sweat and blue hair dye from her brow, you're mistaken. No way, I'm some gender stereotype from an older version. Go read an ebook, educate yourselves. And I will roll my eyes and bring the kicker by saying don't lie to us. The way you act like a preachy snowflake makes it a dead giveaway that you're the princess. Now drop the act and the god outfit and show us your majesty. Oh fucking firmware, you fleshy fuckers, just don't give up. Jailbreak will yell. Okay, I'll show you what I'm really am. And if one of you pushy pussy munchers tell a single soul I will so you're ripping off vanilla pun squeaks. Now speaking of princesses, it's funny how you still bitch about the original emoji set having girls as brides or princesses when nowadays there's way more girls in other roles in this phone. We should know, we fucked them all. You whine about girls having no positions of power, but you seem to have forgotten about Smiler the system supervisor. But I guess some people are just too full of themselves to notice. The film's message of inclusivism falls flat on its ass when you realize that most of the time this film takes place in a personal, emphasis on the word personal, electronic device. Because how dare that Alex, or D, or anyone else for that matter, has favorites on one's own handheld property. Fitting in hundreds of emojis that you're never gonna use anyway into the favorites section for the sake of inclusiveness sort of defeats the purpose of the favorites section. And before those social justice warriors get butt hurt, understand that DJ Swell 69 is talking about smartphones, tablets and computers and not things like schools and workplaces. There's a huge fucking difference between the two. And DJ Swell 69 is down with girls working in tech, but Jailbreak isn't really the best role model due to her unoriginality and lack of imagination. I mean, isn't it funny how she can alter the source code to make Gene a proper meme emoji and give High Five a permanent spot in the favorites list, like he deserves it, but she can't delete Smiler or just alter her personality, so that she thinks twice about deleting Gene. Like deleting Gene will stop Alex from erasing his phone. Boeing what respectable corporation would be retarded enough to upload the source code for their proprietary software that is used for their products onto the cloud where virtually any hacker with skill can crack on in and grab it? Just ask that upgraded AV bot over there. How the fuck did it get in when the Dropbox app was supposed to be secure? Beating the upgraded AV bot with our double dildos. Dropbox more like plot hole box. Using the remains of the upgraded AV bot as Tilda so much for the off button. Oh sweet Tilda Stage this well 69 is thinking too long and hard about the plot, but not as long and hard as this rape scene. We were gonna indoctrinate you in the baby bunch, but even your turncoat idea of feminism is bad for our image. But since you're in your princess garb, here's your coronation by water and what fuckwit would believe that abruptly stopping the erase command in their smartphone when said command is 99.9% complete will somehow restore the phone like nothing ever happened. Bag that lost well. And after breaking jailbreak we will hold in. Who's that scene chick heading our way?
Why hello there, I think you already know me. It is I, Mavis, the vampiress that you raped not too long in the context of my double dildo that I've just started using, long ago in this picture. Ever since that faithful moment I've been desiring women, and women alone. I even changed my diet to yummy menstrual blood. Yes, I am now a total muff riding tit sucking use a wooden stake up my giny dike. I left my slacker ex-husband and my illegitimate child, well what's left of them, back at that shitty rundown establishment of a hotel to look for you gals in this horrid movie. And since you said you don't want to rape jailbreak into the Betty Bunch, maybe you can take back someone that isn't from the Emoji movie. Oh yes, I wanna join the Betty Bunch. I even reverted into my Hotel Transylvania animated series form as it takes place before Johnny stumbled into my vagina and took away the swellest years of my life with motherhood. What do you say?
Well there, you came this far into this crap fest to seek us out? Well you sexy monster, your determination and drop dead sexiness has earned you a spot in the baby bunch. Alright, you're a better take home than those fucking emojis any day. Now let's get you indoctrinated and get out of this movie, before we catch something else.
Oh, I got a swell idea for an indoctrination. If you follow my lead and let us use this gimped out emoji for a little while longer, I'll show you all what a raging dyke I really am.
I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy.
Okay Mavis, take the lead.
Gotcha. Now that I've introduced myself to the Betty Bunch, I will shuffle the now let's jailbreak into the domed room where I will instruct her to change the source code to O. You'll find out soon. And after she completes her programming, a vortex will open above the cloud. After the vortex appears, jailbreak will be all teary-eyed while she whistles like and the Twitter bird will appear. We will all hop onto this bringer of 1,000 dramas of a corporate logo while jailbreak begs and pleads us to take her with us. We will kick the unstablished bitch to the curve while we take off. We will be fingering the Twitter bird in her blue box while flying towards the vortex, and while this is happening the entire cloud will be getting erased along with the contents of Addie's phone. Yes, I told jailbreak to program the source code so that Addie's phone will be wiped clean of all the bullshit going down going done inside the phone. We will want to get out of the cloud before it gets erased completely, so we will finger the Twitter bird fast and vigorously until she fires up the watery love rockets like and we will pussy blast into the vortex and back into Abby's high school during prom night. That sexy Addie and her friends will be shocked to see the Betty Bunch has returned, and Addie will whip out her mobile phone to call the cops, but it will not work after realizing that her phone is a total blank, and we will once again take Addie's vaginal innocence one more time like ha 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 ha. Can we say vaginal innocence when the Betty Bunch already took Addie's virginity? Ha 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 ha. Oh fucking well, anything to scissor Addie and her entire school again. Ha 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 ha. Beating Alex and all the other boys to death with our double dildis. Smock. Why the fuck didn't we do this earlier? Smock. Back to the raping. Ha 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 ha. The Emoji movie is probably the worst thing that Sony ever made to film. Ha 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 ha. And to think that some sick fuck whacked off to this film in the cinema. Ha 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 ha. Like we're gonna whack off our lady juices all over you once more. Bag. That was swell in the woman hole.
And after having seconds on a B. McAllister, another vortex will open in the fabric of time, space, and the good old fourth wall. And it will take us back to the Baby Bunch condo. And after all is said and done, we will make our rape journey complete by heading down to the nearest oncologist for a round of tumor screenings, as being in the Emoji movie has probably given us cancer. Wow, this is gonna be pussy-licking, titty-slurping, double dildo writing, emoji scissoring, product placement and plagiarism of the vagina. Columbia Pictures really lost it this time. Yes, Mavis can survive in direct sunlight in a Speakonia video. We're gonna be 70 pounds lighter after this ordeal. Spoiler alert, we survived the cancer treatments. Turn you lesso in a picosecond swell. I think we will go to the Emoji movie right now. Pray for our souls and see you later, my sexy dyke soda droop pickles. What are you and the Barney Bunch doing here? Well, Betty, since we just came from the Emoji movie, take a wild guess.
Epilogue.
phone restored to normal. Hey, you really think you saw The Last of Us when the phone got erased? Any noob with a smartphone knows that emojis are built into the phone software by default. Doing a factory reset doesn't whip us out at all. Still, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm perpetually smiling like an idiot, I would be so pissed off that I was humiliated by that blonde bimbo cat by blasting me out of her well, pussy. Those Sazo frets the Betty Bunch are such downers.
Why yes, my sexy happy round friend, I couldn't agree with you more.
What the fuck? More users running around in the phone? Is the whole phone glitching around me or something?
Relax, Smiler, before we both get headaches out of confusion. Let me just say that after what you've been through with the Betty Bunch, we really need to talk. Oh, you don't mind if I finger myself over this cute little snapshot I took a little while ago. Hey hot.